Hi, good evening. I'm Lizzie B by name. Today is 1st of October 2021. I want to share what I learned in today's special Thanksgiving to God. I learned that. I learned to always do good to all men, including those in church and outside the church. We should offer sacrifice of thanksgiving, and we should always obey the commandment of God. That if we're able to offer the sacrifice of thanksgiving to God, we'll have peace of God in our heart. In the world, there will be tribulations, but we should be of good cheer, because the Lord has conquered the earth. John 16 verse 33. We will also overcome tribulations and trials, no matter what. So if we should have anxiety too, we should cast them on God through prayer and supplications. We should supplicate to God. He's the only one that can help us. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 makes us understand that we should cast our anxiety upon Him. So Hebrews 12 verse 2 makes us understand that Jesus is an example. He had tribulations too, but he overcame, he triumphed. So it's a must. Tribulation comes, but there is comfort to us through the word of God, the commandments of God, the doctrines of God. So God is in control. Whatever we are facing, we should always believe in God. And also I learned that while we are still on earth, we should always offer the sacrifice of thanksgiving that will always come from our inner heart, from our righteous heart. We should trust in Him, and we should give it all courage to serve Him, to give worship to Him. 1 Peter 2:9 makes us understand that we are the chosen generation, a royal priesthood. It was really taught, and they went into the depth teaching that we, being a chosen generation, God has chosen us as His children. He has anointed us. So God's intention is always to proclaim the honor of whom called us, which is our God. That is always His intention. We, being a royal priesthood, normally a priest must always offer a sacrifice. So the sacrifices we are to always offer is the sacrifice of thanksgiving. We, as a priesthood, we must always offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving to God. That's in the book of Hebrews 13 verse 15 to 16, which says we should offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving. It is the fruit of our lips. So as a priesthood, we should always do that. We are the chosen generation. Revelation 1 verse 6. He had made us king and priest unto God our Father. Hebrews 5 verse 4. So we should always serve Him with all heart. We, as a royal priesthood, we should always offer the sacrifice of thanksgiving to Him. We should always be of good courage and cast our anxieties on God. And we should forbear and forgive one another. Colossians 3 verse 13. We should never neglect the gathering of our brethren, and we should always forgive one another. If you are called by God, you have to obey His honor. We have to always obey His honor. Christ is the head of the church, and we are part of the church, so we should always obey the commandments of Christ. God's work is the work of the nation, so it is not meant for just one person or a pastor. It is meant for everyone. Daniel 9 verse 19. Daniel said to his people that God called them. So Daniel told his people that God called them. God called every one of us. So we should always put on the responsibilities of giving thanksgiving to God. Then 2 Corinthians 19 verse 2, 1 Peter 2 verse 4 to 5 makes us understand that we are like Jesus Christ. So we should always show forth His glory in us by doing good, by encouraging others, by giving sacrifices of praise to God, thanksgiving to Him, by honoring and obeying his commandments, by making him our shepherd. So because we being a royal priesthood, that means we are sanctified, so we should always obey God. Romans 8 verse 32 makes us understand that he did not refuse his own son to be given for our sin. How much more things, good things, that he will give to us. So we should always rely on him. 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14 makes us understand that he will heal our land only if we can hearken to his voice. So let us hearken to the voice of God, and he will heal our land. So those were the things I thought I learned, and I'm so blessed. Thank you.